Take a look at this one. That's a piece Master Imanti did while he was at the Serene Lyceum. It said his artistic journey began right here, and he would later become the Grandmaster of Landscape Painting. And over there, that piece is by Lady Heidi. You've heard of her, right? She's the most talked about impressionist to emerge lately. She donated it as a gift of gratitude. A mage from our school once helped a distant relative of hers deal with a spirit haunting their family mansion. After that relative passed away, she inherited the mansion. That inheritance granted her the leisure to focus entirely on her art, and from there, her fame grew rapidly. I love it here. I come by almost every day, and I have studied every single piece here. So, if today's test is about the paintings, I'm confident that I'll pass. But my favorite has to be that portrait of Magister Merlin up there in the center. It's the only portrait of her ever painted, and it's by none other than the late master portraitist, Alberon von Naklis. I've seen many replicas over the years, have a few myself, but the original never fails to captivate me. The details, the eyes, it's absolutely mesmerizing. Sorry, I got carried away again. No portrait could ever truly capture Magister Merlin's grace in person.
If we're taking the exam here, maybe it's about plants. That would be great. I'm good with plants. I just love magical plants. They remind me of the forests where animals and nature live in harmony. Plus, nobody bothers me there. Anyway, I just hope I'm lucky enough to pass today's exam without anything weird happening. Thank you for cheering me up. I already feel way more confident than a moment ago.
I've never had much interest in painting or art. Unless you count antique swords and armor as art, then maybe. Growing up in a family of knights, I inherited their temperament. Unfortunately, I also inherited their taste in art, which the records show was essentially non-existent.
That's surprising. I thought you prided yourself on your family's honor, Sylvan.
I do, but I won't defend a talent we never had. The Grenvaldens always saw art as nothing but shiny trinkets. They'd spend fortunes on the best horses, custom armor, and weapons, but wouldn't pay a coin for the finest painting in the world.
I've heard as much. Your family's tastes are distinctive.
Anyway, back to the exam. Any clue what it's about? And why here, of all places? Maybe it's about the mages in these portraits? Or a test on the history of magic? That will be great! I'd pass that one for sure if it was meant for 5-year-olds.
Neither painting nor history is expected of a court mage. A court mage is evaluated on 2 traits above all else: their family and their fealty to the royal family. Exactly. It's about absolute fealty to the Lightbearer Empire and to the throne. That's the bottom line. Beyond that, you're expected to always obey the royal family's wishes. That could mean taking the blame, covering things up, cleaning up someone else's mess, or even sacrificing your coin, your life, or your honor. Right. It's an unspoken rule. Candidates from noble families simply earn more trust at court. A true shame, I'll admit.
It's not just tough for commoners. Even a noble who's fallen on hard times needs a major achievement to earn the court's favor.
Yes, many have tried, but most just ended up broken. My father's told me far too many stories about that. The court is no place for idealists.
The composition and brushwork suggest Lady Sharon's style, the famous pastoral painter.
You have a sharp eye, Your Highness. It is Lady Sharon's work. It was never exhibited in public. Her son donated it to the Serene Lyceum after her passing.
Jervin, you really live up to your family name. You're refined, humble, and clearly well-read.
Thank you, Your Highness. But everyone here is just as knowledgeable.
Now I see why the Serene Lyceum is Asperia's most prestigious magic academy. You are precisely the talents the royal court needs. Of course, that's all up to Siren. As for me, I'm here to enjoy the Lyceum's art collection. I'm truly eager to see the finest of the fine. I rarely travel outside of Savannah. I intend to savor every moment I spend here. It won't be any fun touring this place by myself. Come with me. Perhaps one of you can describe the paintings as we walk.
This piece is 4 centuries old. Artist unknown. Professors found it when clearing out the Lyceum's old storage room. It's been magically preserved.
The technique is a bit crude, but you can certainly feel the artist's emotion. This might be the work of a student.
Impressive insight, Your Highness. Your interpretation is truly enlightening.
Self-portrait of Pelin? Anyone know who Pelin is?
Pelin was a renowned mage and guest professor here at the Lyceum about 2 centuries ago. Painting was just one of his hobbies. He also enjoyed sculpture and the art of jewelry crafting.
Oh, my mother owns a necklace signed Pelin. She loves it, and it has 120 amethysts. So luxurious and elegant. This one's quite simple. Plain technique, just a small cottage. The title is The Beginning, is that right?
Yes, Your Highness. This is an original by Kronos von Lyceum himself, the very first headmaster who founded this academy. Legend says that very cottage is where he conceived the idea for the school.
That explains the title. I see why it's precious to the Lyceum. Be the largest portrait in the gallery. Is that Magister Merlin?
Yes, Your Highness. This is said to be the only portrait that shows Magister Merlin's true face, painted by the famed Alberon von Knackless. Its value is beyond measure, both historically and artistically.
Incredible! So this is what Magister Merlin really looked like. I need to take a closer look. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It can be fixed, right?
Jura, Buff! That's Magister Merlin's portrait! Your Highness, how could you be so clumsy?
Cassidy, calm down. I'm sure Her Highness didn't mean to. And look, we can always repair it.
We can't change what happened. We need to focus on how we can fix this.
Sylvan's right. Getting angry or pointing fingers won't help. Our priority is figuring out what we can do now.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. Please, don't be angry. I'll report this to the headmaster myself, and to my mother. Can someone start examining the painting? The royal family will cover any repair and restoration costs.
The pigments are unusual. Made from mana-infused minerals and rare plants, the canvas was treated to withstand magical energy. Even the frame and carvings are top-grade craftsmanship. No ordinary noble could afford something like this.
I'm no art expert, but there's definitely magic bound to that painting. Beyond preservation spells, someone sealed a large amount of mana into it, giving the image those special features.
So the impact caused the mana to leak, and that's why the image vanished.
That seems to be the case.
To repair it, we'll need the right materials to mend the tear, and we'll have to decipher the spell used to seal the mana. Then, we can redraw the magic circle and reinfuse mana into the painting.
The more I think about this painting,
It was totally my mistake. It looks like the damage is worse than I thought. Have you found a way to fix it yet?
Your Highness, I think there's been a misunderstanding. What I mean is, this painting itself is a forgery.
What? Cassidy, are you sure about that?
I'm certain. I've spent countless hours studying Magister Merlin's portrait. I come to the gallery every single day to admire it. I know every detail by heart, better than I know my own name. In the real one, the shadows along Magister Merlin's nose, jawline, and cheeks are softer, and the background uses thicker layers of pigment. Of course, it's you, our revered Magister Merlin, after all, the one we all look up to. And every portrait in this gallery is protected by powerful enchantments. A fall like that shouldn't have caused any damage at all. Someone must have swapped the original for a forgery before Her Highness ruined it.
Huh? What makes you think that?
Cassidy, mind your tone. You're speaking to Her Highness.
Cassidy, we are still in the middle of the selection. We shouldn't get involved in other matters.
Why is everyone acting so strange? This is a portrait of the great Magister Merlin, the most famous mage in the entire Empire. Its value should be obvious. If the Serene Lyceum's prized collection has been replaced with a forgery, that's a serious breach of security. We have to report it to the school faculty immediately. Your Highness, whatever the reason, I hope you will explain the situation to the school faculty with us.
Cassidy? That's enough.
Why are you giving me that look too?
Well, Cassidy, as a princess, everything I do has its reasons. Why don't you, take a break and think it over?
Reasons? But this isn't complicated at all. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. All right, I will find somewhere quiet to think this through. Thank you for the suggestion, Your Highness.
She actually left? Ugh! After all that, she still didn't get it. Never mind. Anyway, back to our earlier topic. Has anyone figured out how to restore the painting?
Please don't worry, Your Highness. If you allow it, leave this to us. We will make sure the painting is fully restored. If I'm right, what Her Highness just did was actually part of the second test.
Huh? But why go about it that way?
To become a court mage, magical talent isn't the only thing that matters. You know what I mean, Sylvan.
Exactly. Her Highness clearly did it on purpose. Her tone, gestures, and expression were all too deliberate. Like she was performing a scripted play.
It's hard to admit, but reading the room, acting with care, and maintaining royal decorum, those are vital skills for anyone serving at the royal court.
I will take that as a compliment.
Restoring this painting while upholding royal dignity. That's the goal of today's exam. It's a test of our judgment and our ability to handle crises on behalf of the royal court. Even though it's a replica, the craftsmanship is nearly identical to the original. It's not something one can restore alone. We'll need to work together. Could you gather everyone here? I have a few ideas that might work. Everyone, I have some modest experience in art collecting and appraisal. If you don't mind, please hear me out. Anita, Maria, you both have painting experience. We'll need your help finding some high-quality canvas that can withstand magical energy.
That kind of canvas is rare. Maybe I can ask my family to find some through their contacts in the Mithril Consortium.
Oh, I'll ask my parents to reach out to their artist friends too. Anita, let's go.
Rothro, Ravendi, could you two handle the damaged frame? Make sure to restore the carvings, gold leaves, and enamel work.
We'll see what we can do.
Sylvan and I will gather the pigments needed to repair the portrait. Meanwhile, I'll ask my father to contact one of the court's expert portraitists to oversee the restoration. We'll also need someone to analyze the spell formula on the portrait. That will take serious theoretical knowledge and a lot of hands-on experience. I was planning to have you and Cassidy handle this together, but after what just happened, then I'll leave that to you.
What about me?
You have tremendous magical power. It's just a matter of control. Niall, on the other hand, is skilled at channeling magical energy. Once everything's ready, you two will be responsible for reinfusing the portrait with magic.
Reinfusing it with magic? No problem. I will not fail this test.
Then let's get started. We shouldn't keep Her Highness waiting.
You're here! I knew you'd catch my signal. Rowan told me to act like I didn't know you. Don't worry, I will not blow your cover. Well, how was my acting? Pretty convincing, wasn't it? I even asked a theater actor from Savannah for tips, and spent half the night practicing in front of a mirror. I knew I couldn't fool you, or Jervin. Nobles like him are way too familiar with this kind of act. Anyway, Cassidy's still the same as ever. Honestly, she hasn't changed one bit since we met back in Ryham. She didn't actually go home, did she? Oh no! You and Cassidy get along pretty well, don't you? How about you be an understanding friend? I said no such thing. Those are your words, not mine. You're just making assumptions. But honestly, it wouldn't be nearly as fun without Cassidy in the selection exam. Anyway, you'd better get back on the exam. Looks like someone's coming this way. See you later. Bye.
Hey, aren't you... sorry, I can't recall your name. But I saw you in the selection exam, right? Why are you out here? Don't tell me you got eliminated too. Cassidy. I saw her leave just now. She looked upset, like something really bad happened. Looking for her. Oh, I know. You two must be meeting up to share the sorrow of defeat, huh? Nice try, but you're not fooling anyone by changing the subject like that. Don't be down. I get how you feel. She went that way, toward the docks. She's probably taking a boat home. Her family lives in a village across the lake. Hey, don't lose heart. Failing once isn't the end of the world. There's always next time.
Did you come to tell me the truth? Her Highness admitted it, didn't she? The selection exam? You mean Princess Peggy damaged the painting on purpose? Just for a test? How could she? You mean everything that happened was staged? Just to see who's most fit for court service? I completely misunderstood Her Highness. I thought she really wanted me to go home and reflect. Oh, so that's why you, Sylvan, and Jervin told me to let go of the forgery claim? I'm so sorry. I just can't process that kind of talk. Why can't people just say what they mean? Do I still have a chance to stay in the selection exam? I have already done some research on it. Well, it's the portrait of Magister Merlin. I had to give it my full focus, whether I was admiring it or analyzing it. I wasn't going to overlook a single detail. I wrote tons of papers and notes about it, but I left them at home. Come to my house. I'll go over them with you, and maybe you could sign something for me? A short dedication would be lovely, too. So that's a yes! Wonderful! I have so many books about you! It would be amazing if you could sign them all. And with a few kind words, maybe? I can't believe this! Please, come with me. research base. Can't you tell? It's actually a magic house. I used a few stabilization spells to keep it standing like this. It might look tilted, but it's perfectly safe. The builders were terrified at first. They thought it would collapse any second. My parents love this house. They don't know much about magic, but they find it fascinating. Oh, sorry. I've been talking your ear off at the door. Come on in.
Cassidy, shouldn't you be in class right now? What brings you home?
Oh, and this is?
Father, Mother, this is my classmate. This is my father, Riels, and my mother, Sophia. We came to pick up some research notes. There's a spell formula we need to analyze quickly.
Oh, don't be so polite. Come in and have a seat. Let me fix you two some tea and homemade snacks.
Mother, we have a lot of notes to go through.
They can wait. Even the best mages need to rest. It's just a cup of tea. You won't lose much time.
She's right. We'll have everything ready in a moment.
My parents are always like this. I rarely bring classmates home, so when someone visits, they go all out. Come on, I'll show you around. What's got your attention? Yes, it's a little short for me now, but that was my very first wand. I was barely 6 when I discovered my magic talent. My parents were thrilled and had it custom made just for me. Back then, I didn't know how to use it right. I just waved it around, and we ended up having to replace half the house. Once I started proper training, it finally became useful. I used it for years until I got into the Serene Lyceum and switched to my current one. They have. I'm really grateful for that. When I got accepted into the Serene Lyceum, they sold our old house in Savannah and bought this land here. Father said it'd be closer to the Lyceum, and it's big enough to hold all my books, notes, and collections. You think so too? Great! I love it here. It's quiet and peaceful here, perfect for reading and research. Plus, if I need herbs or a place to practice spells, the woods out back are ideal. Some might call it remote or plain, but to me, it's the best home I could ever ask for.
Oh, you have to try my sweet ginger tea. I'm glad you like it. Back in Savannah, we always kept fancy treats for guests, but here, we only have what we make ourselves.
It took some time to get used to the silence. It's a peaceful place. Sometimes a little too peaceful. Back in Savannah, I worked as a scribe for a city official, and Sophia was a doctor. We lived on a street buzzing with noise from dawn to dusk. When Cassidy showed her magic talent, we were stunned. No one in our family ever had such a gift.
Tura above, she was barely 6 when she could mold water like clay. We were so impressed by her talent, we decided to leave no stone unturned to help her realize her full potential. That meant money, our time, and even moving to a new place.
Cassidy is pure-hearted, maybe too much so. I think we sheltered her so much that she never learned to read people's intentions. But maybe that's what lets her focus completely on her studies, free from all that nonsense. That's our Cassidy. Give her a pile of ancient books and dusty scrolls and she's happy for life.
It does. That's always been her dream. The important thing is, whatever she chooses, she'll always have our support. That's what family's for, isn't it?
Thank you. You flatter us.
All my notes and materials are there. Don't worry, I know exactly where I last left them.
Cassidy?
Yes, Mother?
Today's cleaning day. Your father and I tidied the whole house this morning, including your study.
Oh, that's not great. My books and papers are all over the place. It makes a huge mess and really gets in the way of my parents' routine. It has already led to a few accidents. Once, a crow snatched an experimental spinel right off my desk, along with 2 essays I had spent 3 whole months on. So we agreed that once a month, I'd gather and organize all my books and papers in my study. If I'm not home, my parents do it for me. The problem is, I have too many of them. Just the books alone could be 1,000, maybe 2,000. I lost count. Since my parents organized them, we might need some time to dig out the ones we need. one just to pass time. I didn't cover all angles, so the results aren't conclusive. What do you think, Magister Merlin? Should we just go with this method first? Ah, that's right! The excess toxins in the mutated gland can be used as a neutralizing agent to counter the magical imbalances caused by the concentrated lumen grass solution. Brilliant idea, my fellow classmate. I don't have these materials at home. Lumen grass and red chestnut pollen are rare, but we should be able to find them in Silentwood. The mutated venom gland can only be found in a few magical creatures. We can try our luck in the forest too. Yes! So many useful ingredients in the woods! Let's head north to Silentwood and see what we can find.